Good morning, good morning, Forex fam. Forex King coming back at you with another video. So it's June 25th, Wednesday, 1:30 in the morning. If you're new to my channel, to my videos, when I do videos around this time, it's usually very quick. It's only because I want to do a quick assessment of the market, kind of see what's going on. I might do a quick trade analysis, and that's it. Also, very quickly, if you notice, I don't have any fancy thumbnails, and that's really because I have a theme going on right now where I just don't want to put no thumbnails, no fancy titles, no clickbait. It's just real content, live, direct, and it's getting straight to the point. So, no fluff, all stuff, as a friend of mine used to say. So, very quickly, I'll admit I've been slightly hesitant to record videos the last couple of days just because they've been losing days. And again, the videos are more for me than it is to pretend or portray me being like some YouTube guru, right? So, last few days have been intriguing to say the least. Just to be transparent, so yesterday, 24th, I lost. The 20th. Okay, so I had a winning day. All right, so the 20th was Friday, right? And had some bad days on Friday. Friday was the harder day for me, right? Like I had some really bad losses. I think I explained that in my one of my last videos, and then 20th, and then the 23rd. Oh yeah, Monday. Monday I did pretty good. Two quick trades, got in, made some good money, and then yesterday, Tuesday, took a loss, and then had some small wins. So I'll be honest. Yesterday's loss, I'm okay with, and the reason I'm okay with it is because I can show you exactly what happened. Um, all signs showing when I got into the trade, I got in on this channel, this particular candle right here. It was a fake out. It went down, went to the money, pushed down hard, and then pulled all the way back up. Um, Past this moving average, and it never went down since. Now, hindsight 2020, you could say, why did you do that? Specifically because when I looked, it just looked good. Like, if you take off all of the noise and the nonsense and the moving averages, um, it was going sideways for a little while. Then, if you notice here, you had a lower high. In retrospect to that, there, you can see this amazing pullback here. It was the shooting star here, and then it started going down. And then I've spoken a little bit on this double green line. So when it pushed past this green line, I said, all right, it's looking good. And I actually got in when it was below this particular wick right here. So when I got in, all things considered, I was disciplined. I followed my plan. Everything was spot on. But it just pulled back on me, and I could have gotten out while it was in the money, but I chose in this instance to wait till it closed. I was hoping that it might push back a little bit more because again, it was really in following my particular strategy, a good entry. But it just never recovered and kept going and kept going up. So yes, I lost, but when I look back in how I lost, to be honest, I'm just charging into the game. It wasn't because I was chasing or bad decision. It was just at that particular time a pretty good entry. Now, if I'd gotten like here or here, then I would have been a little bit mad at myself just because I know my levels. My levels, honestly, are very good. Let's call it what it is. My levels are pretty good, and they respect the market respects my levels well, and I just analyze the market good enough for me to make money, and that's the main point. But this candle here, it broke through. It broke through my level. Obviously, all signs showed exhaustion. It's been going consolidation for a while, so everything looked promising to drop. And I got in below this particular wick. It pushed past. It saw push past this wick. I said, "All right, this is looking good." But it hit my double purple, and then As you can see, it bounced up. Now, I knew that the momentum was bullish the entire time, but again, you don't necessarily know what the market is going to do. It could have easily, and at that time when I got in, the candle was around here. So I saw it pulling back. So I said, okay, this, I don't know how far it's going to go, but it was a good effort and a good trade at that time. And I was prepared for it to kind of drop to wherever it's going to go and then make some money. But it just pulled back faster than I could take out money, obviously, because I lost. At that point forward, knowing that it was a bullish day, I did take some quick um, scalps to get in. But really, and the reason why I got him because again, all by all accounts, based on this pullback here, this candle obviously is a clear candle reversal. After it pulling back on me, I knew that okay, now it's going up. Let's catch the wave. Let's catch the momentum. So I got in, but it was just the momentum of the day was just so slow. It was like, all right, it just doesn't make any much sense now. It's getting closer to the time that I like to get out the market, which is like 12, 1 o'clock p.m. the latest. And then just, just take the loss for the day. Learn from it, grow from it, just try to be better. But honestly, the learning of it wasn't a result of lack of discipline, patience, or structure in relation to my strategy because by all accounts, everything that I would have normally done in any other trade that would have gone into money is the same thing. It just the market pulled back on me. That's just what it does. You know, I'm not surprised here, and this is cool because I've spoken about this double line on many accounts in some of my previous videos, so I'm excited about what may happen tomorrow. Hopefully, I just execute. And that's really it in terms of analyzing my trade and how the day went. Um, that's it. I also want to address this because one of my videos, um, because when I'm typing, and I was actually typing at the end of the video, I was typing one of the words, and one of the shortcuts on my keyboard is actually the shortcut to record and stop recording. So while typing, I stopped recording the video. So just to kind of finish that sentiment, I was in the middle of saying that um, if some of you guys don't know, I'm trading on a prop firm account, which is Funded Trading Plus, and in the middle I was talking about scaling, and I think I was saying that two things. I was saying you have the opportunity to adjust your scaling to adjust your profit split once you scale the account, number one. And then number two, I wasn't sure when I was going to scale the account just because of my personal goals of what I'm pushing for. Um, and I just wanted to show you where it said it on the video on the actual website. So you see here, live funded trading accounts, which is what I have. I don't buy evaluation accounts. I don't have time for it, and I trust my trading skills, right? Um, so it shows any gains can be withdrawn from the real immediately. So anything you trade on the instant funding account is withdrawn immediately. Now you can go ahead and just buy whatever account you want, but honestly, I've already scaled up to 25 before, and it's not difficult at all. They're actually really quick when it comes to scaling the account. You just send a quick email or a ticket. They adjust it, and that's it. But what I was also saying is what another thing that I like. Two things: scaling is really easy. Secondly, how to scale is really really straightforward. Um, so this is an example of, in essence, what you scale the account to. So 10,000, 25,000, 50, 100, then 250, I believe, 500,000, a million, and then 2.5, and then you have an add-on to get to 5 million. That's the account size. But another cool thing is you can change your profit splits. So the default profit split is 80-20. But once you grow the account to 20%, you just send them another ticket and they'll adjust it immediately to 90-10, and then after 30% it's 100%. And then you'll see, like right here, see how it's 80%. So that's what I'm able to withdraw right now. And then at that point, when I get it up to 90, I can tell them to change it. Now, if I don't tell them, it would stay at the default 80% the entire time. But again, I like that option. I like that availability. I think also address that they have their drawdown type is relative. So it's a relative drawdown type in respect to the account that you have. But then once you get the account to the actual, I think it's 10%. Should be once you get it to 10%, the max drawdown should lock. So you see where it says the max drawdown locks at 5. That's what happens. So once you scale it up 6%, if I'm correct. Once you scale it up 6%, there you go. The relative drawdown locks, and then at this point forward, every time you scale the account, it's a static drawdown at that point. So once you buy the initial account, you're going to have a relative drawdown. Then once you scale it up to 6% or whichever respective percentage it is for that particular account, the relative now becomes static, and then after scaling up at that point forward, it's static at that point. So once I scale the account to 10,000, my drawdown, my max drawdown is going to be static at 10,000. When I scale up to 25, my max drawdown is going to be static at 25,000. And I kind of like that aspect. Now, I'll admit, because I'm still new to the whole prop for trading, I had to learn, and that's one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why I breached the second account, because I didn't really understand it. No, this is why I breached the first account, because I didn't understand the whole static, non-static. Once I scale, it doesn't go back down, because even though it's still static, you excuse me, you'll still see like the I'm thirsty, guys. You'll still see okay, there you go. Sorry. It's late. Sue me. You'll still see you still see the numbers going up and down, but the max drawdown stays the same. So that's really it. I don't want to make this video too long, but I definitely want to address that last comment prior to me getting the last video shut off. And then again, just stay true, being humble, staying true, being committed, not running from being accountable. But again, just make sure I get to the next level. I'll address one more thing. So in all things considered, yes, I may not be where I want to be, but from where I was, honestly, this month is a major win, and I still have a couple more days left. You have to see where I started from. When I started this month, I was on a terrible spiral down. Like, started back in June. See, June 1st, you can see on the screen that at that particular time, my equity and my balance was 4,800. So I was a hop and a skip away from really breaching this count. You know what I mean? Like, $48.16 minus 47.49. Bro, I was $67 away from breaching the account. Like, that is one terrible trade. Like, one bad decision and I'm out of there. So to go from June 1st, the account's at 4,700, to get it up to $51. I mean, I grew the account $400. That, if you put it in retrospect, $5,000, you want to grow at 10%, it's $500. So, like, I grew the account 9% from drawdown up until now. So when you look at the grand scheme of things, a couple losses, yes, a couple bad decisions, but the overall month itself is still a very good, profitable, well-executed, disciplined month. And I said it at the beginning of this month that this is going to be my come-out month. I didn't say I was going to get rich, But I did say that this is going to be my come out month. I'm going to get disciplined. I'm going to hone into my strategies. I'm going to lock in and be the trader that I know I'm capable of being. So, all things considered, I still feel it's a really good month considering how I started to where I'm currently at now. Now, of course, I expect to continue to end on a positive note, but again, I'm not looking at the actual number. I'm looking at the processes and how I got here. And honestly, I believe I've done an absolutely phenomenal job. So just, again, staying patient, staying true, staying consistent, allowing everything to just continue to compound and grow. All right, but that's it. It's 2 o'clock. Matter of fact, I'm glad before I even go to sleep and lock this off. Uh, so that way tomorrow when I come into the markets, I know where the markets were, and I like to do that. That's the main reason I come on. So I kind of know what happened while I slept and when I woke up, and then I will all right. That's it. I'm about to upload this video like right now. It's gonna be quick, easy, unfiltered, unedited. That's it. But again, 2 a.m. Be up tomorrow, ready to attack the markets. Appreciate you guys. If you guys are trading during the England session, be careful, be disciplined. Remember, I always say the markets don't care about you, but you need to care about you. All right. But again, talk tomorrow morning. Forex King out.